Hi, I'm Lise Leblanc, therapist, author, and life coach. And if you are working with a narcissist and you can't quit your job, then this video is for you. Now, if it's a boss, a coworker, maybe even an ex, you are not just dealing with typical workplace conflict. You are dealing with gaslighting, blame shifting, character assassinations, emotional baiting, and it is psychological warfare. So even though you're doing your best to stay calm and focused on your job, your nervous system is likely in survival mode because day after day, they're finding new ways to create stress and conflict. And maybe you're second guessing yourself. Maybe you're worried about getting fired because the narcissist will be doing everything in their power to make you look bad and make your life miserable. So, how do you stay sane and protect your well being when leaving is not an option? Okay, well, let's jump right in. Tip number one is to maintain professional boundaries. When you're working with a narcissist, the most important thing is to keep your role and your communications strictly professional. They will often try to twist interactions, blur boundaries, and bait you into casual or emotional exchanges because the more access they have to you, the more control they can exert over you. So treat every conversation and interaction like a transaction, not a relationship. Be brief, neutral, and all business. Don't engage with any of their passive aggressiveness or their emotional jabs. Just stick to facts. Tip number two is don't take the emotional bait. Now, while tip number one is about how you interact and communicate with them, this is more about how you respond internally. And this is so much easier said than done because narcissists are good at pushing your buttons. Chances are, before you became their target of blame, they were close to you. So perhaps you had a personal relationship of some sort. And during that time, they mined for information. They learned your triggers, your insecurities, and exactly what gets under your skin. Now they use that intel against you to destabilize you, to make you look reactive and unreasonable, and maintain control over the narrative. This is their mission in life to try to humiliate you, challenge your credibility, smear you, and do whatever it takes to trigger you. And the moment you react emotionally, they will use it as proof that you're unstable. So, what do? You gray rock. And this means becoming emotionally neutral, calm, uninteresting, and not taking the bait so you don't get hooked. You don't explain and defend, at least not in the heat of the moment. And you always remember that the narcissist is counting on you getting upset and reacting emotionally so that they can twist your words, escalate the drama, and prove that you are the bad guy. But by refusing to engage, you don't give them what they want. And each time you succeed at staying calm, you win and they lose because you're starving them of that supply that they're craving and that control. Number three, play the long game. So while the narcissist is creating conflict and chaos, let your professionalism, your reliability, and your consistency speak for itself. Be the person who doesn't get into gossip and who shows up and does the work while treating everyone else with respect. And over time, your calm, mature, consistent professional approach will speak volumes. And just to clarify, professionalism doesn't mean being passive. It doesn't mean letting them get away with things or staying silent out of fear. It means staying grounded, setting boundaries, and focusing on your role and responsibilities, even when they're trying to provoke you. So, yes, there will be times when you do need to explain your side of a situation or you need to clarify something that directly affects you. But again, stick to the facts and explain to the right people. Make sure that you're not wasting your breath on the narcissist or their flying monkeys because they are not going to suddenly change their mind and see your point of view. All you're doing is giving them fuel. So instead, Focus on doing your job to the best of your ability and building genuine, respectful relationships with colleagues and supervisors that are not involved in the conflict. Tip number 4 is to protect your mental and emotional energy at all costs. Working with a narcissist causes chronic stress, not just at work, but before and after work too. The anticipation alone can keep your nervous system stuck in fight or flight mode, and that's what they want. So, here are a few practices that I would suggest that you undertake before and after work. So, use grounding techniques, deep breathing, mindfulness, and create a clear, energetic boundary between work you and home you. One way to do this is to mentally clock out at the end of the day, like in the show Severance, where the characters step in and out of the elevator and change from work to personal life. So you can create your own ritual. And whether that's changing your clothes, taking a shower, going to the gym, or even just saying out loud, I am done with this for today. Because if you don't draw that line in the sand, the narcissist will end up at home with you, in your mind, and in your energetic space. They'll be in your car, at your dinner table, even in your bed or your shower, renting space in your head for free. And that's what they want, to keep your attention focused on them and to drain all of your energy. But don't give them that satisfaction. Instead, imagine starting each day with 20 energy bubbles, and that's all you get, 20. And ask yourself in the morning, how many energy bubbles am I willing to give to the narcissist today? And at the end of the day, check in with yourself to see how many energy bubbles you actually gave them. How many did the narcissist manage to burst? Ask yourself, what went well? What didn't go so well? And what could you improve tomorrow based on what you learned today to make the situation better for you? And try not to talk about the narcissist at home other than at specified times and only when you need advice or need help processing how you handled a specific situation. It gets really easy to get caught up in venting and talking about them, but this only drags you down further and gives them more energy. And also, don't process your emotions with coworkers because that only feeds the workplace gossip cycle. Instead, talk to a therapist, coach, or trusted friend who can help you step out of the insanity. So, not someone who will keep you stuck in the cycle. You want support that helps you calm your nervous system, get clarity, and break the emotional entanglement rather than fuel your frustrations. Number 5, document everything. This is one of the most important parts of your protection plan. Narcissists thrive in ambiguity and misinformation. They distort, deny, and mislead, and they gossip, spread stories, twist things around. And those perceptions often become the new narrative. So it becomes your word against theirs. And they're very good at playing the victim and spinning their stories with such emotional conviction that others start to believe them. So this is where the flying monkeys come in, amplifying the smear campaign, isolating you further, or pressuring you to just get along. That's why you need a clear, factual, and time-stamped record of what is happening. So create a private log and write down what happened, when it happened, who was there, what was said and done, and save all of this information in one spot. And save all emails and written correspondence as well. Don't wait to document until things escalate. Start documenting now. Number 6, know when to escalate matters. So if the smear campaign becomes harassment, then take your documentation to your supervisor and or to HR. Stick to the facts, let your records do the talking, and if HR, your superiors, are not responsive, or worse, they're siding with the narcissist, you may need to consider getting legal advice. At this stage, it's not just about protecting your peace of mind or your reputation, it's about protecting your livelihood. Number 7, review your long-term goals and options. Working with a narcissist will take a lot out of you because you're constantly trying to avoid these emotional landmines. And the truth is, no matter how skilled you become at protecting your energy and staying professional, as long as the narcissist is out to get you and has access to you, it's never going to be a healthy environment for you. So, even if you can't leave tomorrow, you can start preparing and exploring other options. Update your resume, reconnect with your strengths and your goals, do some networking, take small steps, maybe even apply for other jobs, build new skills, or even just imagine what it would be like to work somewhere where you felt safe, respected, and valued. Now, you may not be ready or willing to walk away from your job, but planning your exit and knowing you have other options can help you reclaim your power. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and consider sharing it with someone who might be going through something like this right now. And to learn more about narcissistic personality disorder, please click on the link above.